guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we got a pretty cool little video for you, real short and sweet. Behind me is a 2020 orange NSX, they call it thermal orange. We got some parts going in it, so I just want to shoot a quick video. This car's been here before, so we've done some work on it in the past. This time we're going to add some more carbon fiber parts to it. And we got a little box back there, I want to show you what it comes in. So let's take a look. Ordered this from Acura. The reason I want to show you guys this is kind of cool. So, here's a part number. You guys want to order this piece. This is how Acura ships most of the second gen NSX parts. They come in these massive boxes, but I'll let you guys guess what's in here. Let's open it up, I'll show you. So you can see this box is pretty big. You guys wondering what we got. So you can see they use a lot of extra foam to protect it. But by the time we get inside, there's one little part here. This is what we ordered from Acura. So if you guys can guess what this is, I'll open it up in a second. We can take a look. All right, open up the bag. This is what was in the box. So this is the OEM, obviously the center vent trim piece that we're gonna be finishing in carbon fiber. But this is what comes in this massive box. So Acura really wants to protect their parts. Driver's side power window trim, center vent trim. This piece goes under the steering column. And you see upper steering column. Passenger window trim piece. All these pieces will be going in the car shortly. Forgot to mention, as with any job, one of the things you need is tools. So for today, these are pretty much the tools we're going to be using. Pretty simple stuff. A small flathead, Phillips screwdriver, automotive pry tools, and then we have a whole set of plastic pry tools here, which are really important because we don't want to be using screwdrivers to pry into all these sensitive areas along here. So we're going to protect everything with blue paint, blue tape. Once we get that in there, then we can start to pop it off. All right, so as you can see, we're pretty much, our goal is to tape up and protect all the factory leather trim against the door trim, because that's what we're going to be doing most of our prying. So you can see I'm using blue tape. I'm just taking off all the areas. There's a couple clips in here, but these we can usually get our hands around, just pull it, so I don't think we need a pry tool. There is a screw back here, but the screw is part of the trim, so it's going to slide into the knot. So the screw's like this, and it's going to slide through the hole. So it'll slide out, and then we pull it out. Okay, so that one is the only screw in this whole thing. So once we have it all protected, if you notice I pulled the tweeter pod off. There's no need to pull this tweeter pod off. The only reason we did that is because we're going to be taking the door panel off as well. So once we get the trim off, it's going to show a bunch of screws, and then from there we can pull it out. So in here, we're just going to carefully go in here and try to separate the handle from the door ever so softly. Remember, don't use a lot of force. These are only held in place by snap clips. So you just work your way slowly out. You can feel the pressure start to loosen. There we go. So once it starts to snap off, you can slowly work your way out. There you go. There's a clip, so now you see the bottom fall out. Now this handle, you just slide it out, and there's a screw. So the screw, you can see, is right there. So it goes into the big hole and it slots into the opening. That's that motion. So it's like this. We're going to pull it back and then out. So once it's out, you can see the handle. I'll take a look at the back side. There's a screw, which I mentioned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 clips total. All right. So these clips are all going to be in there. If you notice that these metal clips are supposed to stay on the handle, whereas these metal clips are staying in the door. Don't lose them, right? Because if you drop them or something, you're going to have to replace these clips. So once this piece is out, if you were replacing with carbon fiber ones, you set aside your aluminum ones, transfer the metal clips over, and then pop the new one in carefully. In this case, we're going to be taking the whole door panel off, so we're going to be removing a bunch more screws, all right? Get a close look for you guys. So this is what it looks like. You can see the clips where they go. One clip there, one clip there. This is that screw at the back, right here. And then clips down here. So pretty straightforward. You just have to know where to pry and protect the leather surfaces and take your time. Okay, looking at the trims, the one on the top is the OEM trim. I wanted to show you guys the clips. So there's a couple of these clips you need to remove. There's one there, one in the middle, two more here at the top, and then there's a small screw, a Phillips screw. So these pieces of hardware, so 4 clips and 1 screw, need to be removed from the OEM piece top here and then transferred to the carbon fiber one here at the bottom. So I'm going to flip it around and show you what we did here on this one. So these down here are actually clips. The metal clips are on your car, so don't lose those too. So those are also clips, but you don't put them in the unit. This is just a guide pin, so there's no screw going in there. All right, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4 clips and a screw. So over here you can see on the full carbon piece, you can see the backing looks a little bit different, right? That's the OEM piece. This is the carbon piece. So the carbon piece we transferred over the small screw. That's the one on the end. And then you got the clips, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just make sure when you do the clips, use the small little flathead, be very gentle with them. If you want to pry here at the very top, I'm going to show you how I can do this. So at the top, there's these little ribs right here that dig into the plastic or carbon. You want to lift up on these clips and then carefully remove them. I usually like to do it over a towel and cover it, so if it goes flying, you don't lose them. They are hard to find if you lose them, but you can see the clips there. So each one, they kind of dig into the carbon or the plastic. So you want to make sure you pry up over here. All right, don't pry down here because you're just going to bend it. Pry up here, one side, then it releases the pressure, then do the other side. So there's 4 clips on each one, total of 8. So once it's all finished, we'll take it back and then we'll snap it back into the car. All right, so we're back in the car. This is the driver door, obviously. So you can see where the screw hole slides in here and slides back. There's a couple clips there. You notice how here you have the 2 metal clips. Make sure you don't lose these 2, okay? So 2 clips. So those clips stay in the handle. The other 4 you saw go into the handle itself, so they're gonna snap in. So the way this goes back in is pretty easy. Once you have it, so you slide the screw hole in first in the big hole, slide it back until it slots in, and then line up each of the holes with the clips. Make sure they're all lined up. When it's all lined up, just kind of push it in. And then we don't need the tape anymore, so we're going to move the tape. All right, so now we're just going to pressure in the bottom and the middle at the same time. And you should hear it snap in place. That's it. Make sure there's no gaps here. And that's all there is to it. Remove the tape. And that's your driver's side handle all installed, ready to go. The Thermal Orange NSX, I mean, this color, if you've never seen it in person, is pretty cool. I mean, it practically glows in the dark. This color was introduced in the later model years. I think this color came right before the yellow. We did some pretty cool part upgrades on this thing. So here you see the door handles are replaced with carbon fiber door handles. We're gonna be replacing these pieces as well with carbon pieces next. We got some other trim pieces going on the inside. This car's got our flat bottom, bespoke thicker steering wheel with the custom carbon fiber paddles. There's the minus and then the plus on this side.